Despite Prime Minister Modi's warning on cow vigilantism, another incident has come to the fore, this time from Jharkhand's Ramgarh, where a mob stopped a vehicle and lynched the driver on suspicion of carrying beef. Watch this report.
PM Modi's stern message to self-styled Gaurakshaks. This even when Prime Minister Modi was sending out a tough message to cow vigilantes while addressing a speech in Sabarmati. Another incident of lynching took place in Jharkhand's Ramgarh. A man was beaten to death by members of a mob on suspicions of carrying beef.
यहाँ पर देखा गया कि पकड़े जो व्यक्ति ला रहा था उसको पकड़ के लोग रखे हुए थे। उसके बाद पुलिस आई, स्थानीय थाना प्रभारी और उसको अपने कब्जे में लेते हुए थाना ले गई और मारुति वैन में लोग आग लगा चुके थे।
First they stopped his van near Bajrang village and then brutally attacked him, even setting his van on fire.
क्यों हुआ ये मामला हुआ सर? ऐसा क्यों हंगामा हुआ? इस संबंध में पूरे मामले
The brutal attack has again shook the entire nation. But will the Gaurakshaks take PM Modi's warning seriously?
गाय के नाम पर किसी की हत्या की जाए, वो निर्दोष है कि गुनहगार है, वो कानून का काम करेगा, इंसान को कानून हाथ में लेने का हक नहीं है.
Modi's message came on the back of growing criticism of his government's silence.
से कुछ मुट्ठी भर लोग गौरक्षा के नाम पर समाज में टकराव लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मैं सभी देशवासियों को कहना चाहता हूं, ऐसे फेक, ऐसे नकली गौरक्षकों से सावधान हो जाइए. मैंने देखा है कि कुछ लोग जो पूरी रात एंटी सोशल एक्टिविटी करते हैं, कुछ लोग, लेकिन दिन में गौरक्षक का चोला पहन लेते हैं.
Opposition has lashed out at Prime Minister Modi for failure to control such incidents. The chain of events was kick-started when Mohammad Akhlaq was killed in Uttar Pradesh's Dadri in 2015. A similar story was repeated in April this year, when cattle traders were stopped and attacked on suspicion of carrying animal to slaughter. One of them, Pehlu Khan, was lynched in broad daylight. The last straw came in the form of young Junaid's murder. The boy travelling back from Delhi on a local train was stabbed and killed. Even though 5 arrests have been made in the case so far, eyewitnesses allege that this justice is half-baked.
This is nothing but mere lip service, because even after the first statement of the Prime Minister, it did not have any impact on the ground. In fact, lynchings and killings and assault by Gaurakshak increased.
Those who are killing the people mercilessly, they should be in the jail. Once they are at least 100-200 people in the jail, nobody will dare to do this.
His past condemnations from different podiums did not seem to bring an effective change. A lynching, even while the Prime Minister was rebuking Gaurakshaks, has provoked the question, will the bloodlust ever end? Bureau Report, India Today.
So the burning questions we're asking this morning on India Today. Are Gaurakshaks actually oblivious to the Prime Minister's warning? And it was an unambiguous warning that he put out yesterday. Is the government unable to control unruly cow vigilantes and their fury? Is it time now to put everything aside and act very tough against cow vigilantes across India? Those are the questions we're asking this morning here on The Burning Question. We're joined this morning on The Burning Question by Shaina NC, spokesperson of the BJP, and Sulaiman Mohammed Khan, spokesperson of the Congress party. Remember, the Congress has said that this is too little, too late, and nobody is really listening to the Prime Minister. And in that respect, we've got some breaking news coming in first on former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, who has now hit out at Prime Minister Modi over the lynching of a man in Ramgarh that we just told you about. He has tweeted, P. Chidambaram has tweeted, and I quote, "On a day when Prime Minister warned Gorakshaks, Mohammad Alimuddin was lynched by a mob in Jharkhand. Obviously, lynch mobs don't fear the Prime Minister. Prime Minister warned Gorakshaks and lynch mobs. Good. Let him tell the country how he will enforce his writ." Well, that's the latest defiant tweet from P. Chidambaram questioning the Prime Minister directly on that. I want to put that question to the BJP's Shaina NC. Shaina, this is the same tone that the Congress has taken since yesterday. P. Chidambaram, former Home Minister, has now articulated it in a series of tweets saying, nobody is listening to the Prime Minister. He's saying this is lip service against Gau Bhakti and Gau Raksha. And he says that all these words are going to mean nothing. It's only actions that will speak. And he says that the lynching in Ramgarh is proof that the Prime Minister's words were simply lip service. Nobody's paying attention. Shaina NC.
Our Prime Minister has not just once, repeatedly said that these so-called vigilants need to be contained, and the fact that they choose to pretend to be these moral custodians of society is not going to be acceptable, because our government has ensured that law will be enforced and the guilty would be brought to task. Now, whether it is the life of a 16-year-old Junaid or more recently the incident in Jharkhand, I think the sad part is that we have been very judgmental as a society on stray cases, rather than viewing the Prime Minister's response as that of a statesman, and especially coming in the background of Gujarat, where you have the Mahatma who has spoken so vociferously against any kind of vigilantism, and the Prime Minister has done exactly the same. The message is loud and clear. For those perpetrators of crime who think they can get away scot-free, they will not. And in every case that the arrest has been made, the government is working fast to ensure that the faith of the people is reposed in the judiciary and in the system of law. Now, for those who have been questioning our Prime Minister, I only want to say, please listen to what he's saying. He has said clearly that those custodians who put on this fake mask and put on this mask as if they are the sole custodians of society, must understand that our government will bring them to task and put them behind bars. I think that, Shiv, there can't be a more clear, loud, stern, action-oriented decision than what the Prime Minister has announced.
Sulaiman Mohammad Khan, respond to that. The BJP says this was an unambiguous message. It was not lip service. It was not cosmetic. It was a very direct, explicit warning to Gorakshaks, saying and asking the people not to believe and not to listen and not to bow down to people who are fake Gorakshaks. The BJP says, what more do you want? It's a clear message.
First of all, I'll say that what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said, what the Prime Minister has said, it's too little and too late. The reason why I'm saying it is that this has been going on for, I think, past 2.5 years or 3 years. Why this is happening? This is happening because these Gorakshaks and goons and people who are terrorizing innocent citizens of the country by forming a mob and killing them are being patronized by the government. It's a clear evidence, because the reason why this is happening in past 3 years, because BJP has come to power in center and in different states.
Don't spread these kind of rumors. The government has nothing to do with any
fringe. You have your government, let me allow. Please
no, but how can you just lie blatantly?
I am saying it on record.
No, but you can't lie blatantly.
No,
how has any kind of vigilantism got anything to do with the government of the day?
Point. No, Shaina ji, no. Why? Why not? Who has given the certificate to these people? Who has given the licenses of Gorakshak in Haryana, Rajasthan and other places? Who is patronizing them? Have ever been Gorakshaks been giving licenses to kill people?
Why would people be arrested then? Why would the police
that's a direct charge.
They are killing people.
If at all the Prime Minister's message is loud and clear.
Who is getting arrested? One by one. Shaina ji, one by one. May I request you, people from organizations which are linked to your government are killing people. Let me at least speak.
Finish your point, Sulaiman. Yes.
People who are aligned to your ideological mentor.
If they were linked to the government, why would you have so many arrests? In every single case.
Yes. How many arrests? What
China, China respond to the very direct charge that Sulaiman Mohammad Khan has made, not just about lip service. They've taken it a notch higher now. He's saying on the record that the BJP government is patronizing the Gorakshaks. That's a direct charge from the Congress party. China respond.
Let her reply.
May I come in now?
Yeah, Sulaiman, let China, that was a very direct, that was a serious charge. Let China respond to that.
No, China.
I'll come back to you.
No, please. China has interrupted me and not allowed me to complete. I have one. No, it's not. Let me complete one more point. I am saying this thing has, it has been now spread all over the country because of the way government has acted. Because these people are patronized by the government. And now, even after the Prime Minister has given a statement on that,
okay.
Now can
one person has.
Okay, so two charges, China. Two charges. Not only are you is the BJP patronizing these Gorakshaks, but has also created an atmosphere where Gorakshaks feel emboldened to continue doing this and not stop. That's the two charges the Congress is making against you. China
respond. It's uncontrollable now.
What emboldened? What emboldened? Have you please recall what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, as Law Minister, said? He said it's extremely shameful and painful and it will not be tolerated. We will ensure that everyone who uses this so-called
the Law Minister has given a lip service.
Is going to be now you please keep quiet and allow me to speak. You asked two questions. You keep talking about lip service. You don't even allow somebody to give a response. Just hear me out. Our Prime Minister has spoken like a true
your
statesman.
cultural minister went to Dadri when that boy who was accused of lynching Akhlaq expired in jail.
Shiv, do you want to decide who's speaking in this debate of yours?
Let China finish her point.
It's almost time.
China, finish your point. Then I'm going to take a break and come back to the other big question. China, quickly finish your point.
Why don't you talk about Mahesh Sharma?
Shiv, on record, we have said every single case of an atrocity, whether it is mistaken identity or it is factual, for anyone to take law into their hands, has been condoned. The Prime Minister has spoke like a statesman. He has said these so-called moral custodians need to be shamed publicly. They are wearing a fake mask. What more strong message can there be than this? And in every case, there have been arrests. There have been close to 5 arrests.
What more needs to be done? Does anything more need to be done, or is this just plain politics over Goraksha and what's been happening? Sulaiman Mohammad Khan, I'm going to come back to you. I need to take a very quick break here on the news. I'm going to come back on the burning question and get you to respond to China, and also to put the question over what more? Is this just a law and order issue, or has this become so adulterated by politics now that there's no real going back on it? That's discussing with the Congress and BJP facing off over whether Prime Minister Modi's strict warning to Gaur Bhakti and Goraksha all over the country is something that needs to be taken seriously, or is it simply being ignored? Sulaiman Mohammad Khan, respond to Shaina NC, who says the Prime Minister was being a statesman and the Congress is merely playing politics on this.
I'll just make two short points.
Yes.
One, while Prime Minister made a statement yesterday in Gujarat, he invoked Bapu, Mahatma Gandhi, saying it's a land of Bapu. I am really surprised. Prime Minister is a product of RSS. He has come out from RSS, and the same Vichardhara ideology has killed Bapu. One. Second, to invoke Gandhi, you have to denounce Hegdewar, Golwalkar and Sarwarkar. So Mr. Modi should say, I am invoking Gandhi. Yes, Hegdewar, Golwalkar and Sarwarkar, it's like one invoking an honest man, but the idols are corrupt and violent.
Shaina, I'll bring you in, let him finish.
Why are you so jittery when we tell you your history? Why you get so jittery? You have to denounce Mr. Modi. If Mr. Modi wants to invoke Mahatma Gandhi,
remind us,
then he has to denounce Golwalkar, Hegdewar and Sarwarkar.
Time and again to suit your vote bank.
Oh please, I don't need to have lessons of history from people from BJP and RSS who are distorting history in every way. Yesterday, when Mr. Modi went to Gujarat, there is some new website which has all details of about Mahatma Gandhi. They ran some video.
Okay.
I read in some
May I
newspaper,
respond now, Sheikh?
and there was no.
Yes, yes.
The name of Nathuram Godse was not mentioned.
Okay, okay.
Second
Okay.
point which I am making.
Okay, point made. Suleiman Mohammed Khan, point made. Point made.
Of the government
We have a minute left.
BJP has to be very clear. They have to
Okay,
just
okay.
crack down on that.
Okay, so you're saying it's part of their culture, it's part of their vichardhara. Shaina NC, last comment, respond to that.
Let me respond.
Yes.
Absolutely not. You know, the Congress does nothing but rope in the RSS into every debate without understanding the nationalism and the nationalistic virtues that this largest organization propagates. So for those who have no knowledge, I would only want to say ignorance is bliss, the less said the better. Let them just keep quiet on this issue. When the Prime Minister quoted Mahatma Gandhi yesterday, he also quoted Vinoba Bhave. He said that these were the people who would always talk about protecting cows, but nobody would subscribe to violence. Now, if these are not words that the Congress wants to accept, let them at least accept that if there is an act of violence, irrespective of which part of the country it is, whether it's a Haryana, whether it's a Uttar Pradesh or a Jharkhand, the perpetrators of crime have been arrested.
Yes,
the Prime Minister has
to stop this.
And this is not tokenism, this is action.
Okay.
So for the Congress,
we're out of time.
People have been killed because of the patronage of the government, BJP government.
A person has been lynched in Ramgarh today. The politics is going to continue on this. The burning question is, will the Prime Minister's statement yesterday in Gujarat have an effect? Are we going to actually see it, or does more need to be done? Well, one thing we can obviously be clear of, and the burning question has obviously proven that, is that the face-off between our parties and the politics over Gorakshak vigilantism is going to continue in the country. Thanks very much, Shaina NC and Suleiman Mohammed Khan, for joining us on the burning question.